Okay, so the last step for the consulting follow-up will be to merge the certificates. So I'm going to send you this template. It's called Certificates to Merge Template. You're going to open it up, hit cancel, and yes, you trust it. And this is what it looks like. So basically what we have to do with the certificate every time is just a few things that you have to change. One's going to be, this is what a mail merge into a document looks like. You have your first name, last name, and credentials, and that's the little brackets around it mean it's going to be, we're going to use a mail merge. So we're going to merge from that Excel file into the certificate file to create these certificates. The other things that you're going to have to change every time are going to be down here, the date. So the day she did this should be on the training sheet, but let's see, January 22nd. So we change this to January 22nd, 2016. And then the city and state go in this corner. And this is going to be Rome, New York. And then I'm just going to space this so it goes to the end of the box. So the first thing you'll do is you'll change the date, you'll change the name of the city and the state, and then what you're going to do is you need to do your mail merge. So let's see if it brought up my mail merge. So you're going to go to Tools, and then Mail Merge Manager. The first thing you're going to do is you are going to select the document type. I don't want to create new. I want to get the list. Sorry, I don't want to do this. So normally the Mail Merge Manager comes up automatically when you open this document. I'm not sure why it's not. Okay, so I'm going to go to Get List, and I'm going to open a data source. And the data source is going to be the Excel spreadsheet that you previously created. And once you link to that Excel spreadsheet once, it'll always be linked to it, which is why I always just use the same one and just replace the information each time. So I'm going to choose a consulting engagement spreadsheet, and I'm going to open that up. And say OK here. It's going to ask you the entire worksheet. You say OK. And here it's got what you put in there. So I actually, instead of writing first name and last name, I put first and last in here. So I'm going to actually have to delete this. So I'll show you how you do it from scratch. So I would take first name and drag it, put it there, and do a space, and then last name, drag it there. So I've got their first name and their last name, and then I'm going to take their credentials and put it after the comma. And it's going to pull it in from that spreadsheet. And what I can do here is I can preview the results just to see what it looks like. so I can see that Michelle L. Rossi, RTRM, that's exactly how it's supposed to show up. So it's always a good idea to press this little ABC. It says View Merged Data, just to make sure your mail merge worked correctly. And then at the very end, you're going to complete the merge. And I always merge to a new document. Instead of merging to the printer, I merge to a new document. So I go like this. Here it should have 4 certificates for me. I check each one because sometimes the name's really long, and so I have to extend out the margins of the text box. I always check each one before I print this to PDF, but this is going to be your Word document. And you're going to save this and keep this on file because let's say I get an email back that says, oh, it's not NOONAN, it's NOUNAN. Then I'll email you and say, can you please revise Brianna's certificate and send it back. So you want to save this in the Word file. So you just do save as, and I'll show you how I save them. So we have a certificate file, and so I just save it as certificates _, and then the name of the facility, Rome Memorial, or Rome Hospital would be fine. Save. So you'll create your own file and name it something like that. And you can say okay with that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to print this to a PDF because I always send them in PDF file. Not in a Word file, they'd be able to make changes to it. So I print. It's called printing to PDF, even though you're not actually printing. And you go down here with the PDF and you do save as PDF. And I'm going to want to put this in the same place I put my other document before. So I have the ASRT certificates, Rome Hospital. I can keep the same name. I just know now it's going to be in a PDF file. And I say save. And then what we're going to do is we are going to check it just to make sure it looks like it's supposed to look like. So I'm going to go look at, this is my PDF file that I just created. I'm going to open it up and just check down and make sure everything looks good. Sometimes you can get an extra page. It's always easy, just a blank one will come in if you accidentally pull in, extra lines. So I always do view thumbnails. And if I needed to, I'm not going to, I could just delete that page just by clicking delete. So if there was a mistake or blank page, I would just delete that. And you don't have to save or anything with a PDF file like this. Now it's done, even if you make a change like that. So it's done. So I'm going to exit out of there. And so now I have these certificates that once I go back to SurveyMonkey and see that they've all filled out the surveys, I'm going to send those to the manager to distribute. And that's kind of the 3-step process. So you have fill in the distribution list, create an Excel spreadsheet, go to SurveyMonkey and create the surveys, create the certificates, and then check back in with SurveyMonkey to see who's filled out the survey and who hasn't. And the items that you're going to send me are an email that basically says, I completed the SurveyMonkey, or I completed sending out the surveys, and here are the certificates. And you're just going to send me you could send me the PDF and the Word file. I think that's probably a good idea that I have them on file as well.
Oh, yeah, just in case.
And that is basically it for the follow-up of a consulting engagement.